today to the striking free agency, and they bring in King Derrick Henry from the Tennessee Titans. He said a farewell speech in his last game of the season in Tennessee. Shout out to Cashville. And he gone. Check out the NFL playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification. Appreciate your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. But yeah, he signs a 2-year deal can be worth up to $20 million. I think it's a 2-year, $16 million deal. I think $9 million is guaranteed or something like that. So the running back market wasn't as robust as it was for Saquon Barkley. I think Derrick Henry is at that 29-year kind of mark. I think he might be 29 years old or pushing it. That's kind of where running backs historically started to go downhill. So they kind of more reluctant to get that contract. I think Saquon's still in his mid or maybe just barely getting to his late 20s. But, at the end of the day, they let Gus Edwards go to the LA Chargers. Alistair Eckler from the Chargers went to the Washington. He didn't get a big contract neither. A guy that was undrafted probably deserves a larger contract, unfortunately. Seemed to be a really, really good guy. But yeah, it is what it is. But I like the fit for them. One thing about Baltimore, they like rotating in running back. So I wonder will they still have somewhat of a rotation, or they gonna ride King Henry to the promised land. So they got the other kid back there too. I think J.K. Dobbs will be coming back too. So I wonder if the game plan is to kind of get Henry the bulk, and then kind of like takes to ease the load off of him, and kind of use J.K. Dobbs a little bit and trying to get Henry as fresh through the season as possible. He's a really good receiving back out the backfield. I don't think he get no credit for that. So I think you might see kind of still somewhat running back by committee, and then I think they may ramp up the usage of Derrick Henry in the postseason or late in the season. So obviously he gonna be the goal yard, the short yardage back, the goal line back. But it'd be interesting to see if J.K. Dobbs can make a comeback, because he's a good all-purpose back. He can make some things happen, explode. He can get those big plays down the field if he able to come back. So, and then they got the other guy too. I forget his name. He's pretty decent. So, I'm interested to see how they use J.K. and the other kid and Derrick Henry. I think they're gonna lessen the load on Henry early on. You probably see him get 10 to 15 carries. Maybe 16, 17 touches overall a game. And then, they probably going to ease him through the season. This should also take some pain off Lamar running the football. And at the end of the day, Zay Flowers is growing to be a really good weapon. But I think they need to go out there and try to define, Lamar a big a big receiver on the outside that can jump up and get those 50-50 balls. I think they missing that type of guy. There's a couple guys in this draft that's taller that can jump and go get the ball. So, but Derrick Henry, I feel like that's a really good find for them. For real, man. I think that's good for them, man. And, you probably think like maybe Houston could have used them. I thought Singletary worked wonders in Houston, and that was crazy. They got rid of him to go trade for Joe Mixon. And yeah, they traded for Joe Mixon. The Bengals traded Joe Mixon instead of cutting him, which maybe some teams, they found out that was contacting Mixon when they thought got cut. And they thought, we try to get something for him. So I think Houston should have went out there and probably tried to get Derrick Henry or Saquon. But running back so much a dime a dozen. But, Derrick Henry still seems like he got some juice left in the tank. Him and Lamar and J.K. Dobbs going to be scary. Did they go out there and just get that receiver that can win them 50-50 balls? And I say this, I don't know how healthy, did I forget my lunch bag again? I sure did, man. Golly. Man, my desk be hella packed with my lunch bag at my desk. But, yeah, maybe Michael Thomas might be that guy for them. If I'm them, DJ Shark is probably the guy you want. Good tall guy, can catch it. He was productive in Detroit, man. Just I don't know why they didn't bring him back. I know he has some injury history, thank God, but I like Shark to Kansas City or Shark to Baltimore. I wish Detroit would bring him back, but I'm in the very, very minority of that. But hey, that is what it is. No, I'm in the minority in that, man. My hair be growing back so fast. I'm so thankful my hair grow back. Thank God he blessed me with a full head of hair still. But yeah, Henry gonna be. Oh, they got Mark Andrews. You know, he be 100% healthy, but they need that guy on the outside. They can win. If they can add that guy on the outside, they can go get them 50-50 balls, jump up and get them. Odell, Odell probably need to go to Kansas City. Odell probably need to go to Dallas or something like that. And just my humble opinion. But yeah, I look forward to seeing Derrick Henry in Baltimore, man. Hopefully, I get them over the hump. But I think the next step for them is to find that guy on the outside. And also, they got to have a defensive game plan, that just ain't, can't be, we just going to man-to-man. No, you got to have a game plan. When you play Patrick Mahomes, you can't sit there and say, well, we can man-to-man, we going to beat y'all man-to-man. Pittsburgh tried that shit with Brady for some years. Team, you got to be able to mix that shit up with Baltimore. You got to have guys that can play zone. You got guys that got to play man. You got, we think we got the matchups this year. You didn't have the matchups. This was the worst Kansas City receiving corps is probably going to be. And they torched y'all ass. They torched you. So Baltimore got to come out there and find a defensive coordinator or a defensive system that's multi-dimensional. You go out there and you play the Brady's and the Manners, one-on-one, man-to-man, one-on-one, the Elways, the Marine, you're going to get cooked. You got to disguise it. You got to show. So you got to play some zone. You got to play some combo coverage. And that was a big problem too. But they defense did good enough to hold it down. So the offense got to score points. And I think them getting a big receiver on the outside that can jump up and win them 50-50 dollars and perfectly can win down the field, that'd be best for them. That's all they missing now. They got Derrick Henry. So, we'll see, man. But, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think about Lamar, Derrick Henry teaming up. Derrick Henry going for one last ride. Pause. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Check my other channels out. My Detroit channel, Motor City Sports Talk. All that's in the link tree, man. Instagram, Facebook. Appreciate y'all. Doing some good work on Facebook. Just pretty much finishing up the monetization process over there. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.